Hello, good evening, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Once again, we are live here in Dubai International. Today is 9th of July 2026, and we are live from Dubai International Outdoor Dubai Creek. Dubai Creek, Dubai Creek. The weather is feeling very nice, very cool, very windy. So, we are really enjoying our outdoor life from Dubai Creek. Today there was more humidity during daytime, more temperature, but now it's nice, windy, low temperature, low humidity. So we are feeling very well, very good here at Dubai Creek. Anyway, let us know from where you are watching our live. So we can have some communication, we can have some chat with all of you. Many people are joining daily from different regions, from different countries. We always say welcome to everyone, every region, every country. People are watching us live from Africa, from Asia, from Middle East. Sometimes viewers are coming from even Brazil, Canada, and South America, North America. So we are once again waiting for your questions, your information, your feedback. I am also busy on TikTok live. Let's open our TikTok live also today so that people can join us very fast. We are enjoying our live here on TikTok because TikTok live is very, very interesting, very, very informative. We can see our viewers, we can join our viewers. It's more interesting, it's more nice, it's more good. So let us know from where you are watching. And I'm just sending some comments here on TikTok. That's why I'm busy here. But anyway, you can send me your feedback, your questions, or your information. You are always welcome. You are always welcome. Let us know. Let us know from where you are watching. So many people are watching our live from on YouTube. Please send me your questions in the comments, your feedback in the comments, your information, your appreciation, your support in the comments. As always, we are waiting for your questions and feedback. I am just checking my TikTok live also. So it is little bit difficult to manage both the live on same time. But anyway, KDH 5 Dofi H. Astaghfirullah. Who is this? From where you are watching our live, let me know please. I think from Africa or from Asia, mostly from Africa. So who is this? Please send me in the comments. I'm waiting for your comments. I'm always waiting for your comments, your feedback, so that we can have some communication. Ram Ram, Ajay Meena from Rajasthan. Welcome. Ajay Meena, thank you for joining and sending your comments. We are always waiting for our viewers from all over the world. From Asia, from India, China, Pakistan, Malaysia, Indonesia, Africa, Middle East. Everyone is welcome. On social media, we are same. We are one nation, we are one country, we are one humanity, we are one social media. This is the beauty of the social media. Anyone can join from any country, from any region, and there is no problem. There is no visa requirement, there is no government approval, there is no other documents. That's why we are enjoying our communication with our friends from all over the world. Yes, that is absolutely yes. So we are free from any documents, from any visa, for any other requirements set by the political governments. All the countries' governments are politicized. They don't care about humanity, they just care about their business. They just care about their rule. They just care about their fees, visa fees. But as always, this is the beauty of the social media. We are connected with each other from around the world, around the globe, without any restrictions, without any other issues or visa or any nonsense political documentation. Anyway, we are all human. We need freedom, we need friendship, we need community, we need communication with each other. So this is the social media who provide us this opportunity to have all these things in one platform, at one place, and at one location. Thank you to social media, and thank you to Ajay Meena. Thank you to our community. Thank you to YouTube. Thank you to TikTok. Actually, TikTok live started first time in the history of social media. Then after looking on TikTok, all the platforms now have live. YouTube have live, Instagram have live, Facebook have live. Before they were sleeping. And once they see the TikTok is going viral live, they are also starting now live. It is raining here today, so I am not able to connect properly. You will come in your next. Okay, welcome. Thank you very much. No problem. Take care. Take care. Enjoy the raining. Take care and enjoy the raining. Raining brings some cool, some good for the environment. But here in Dubai, we are only feeling the hot and humid weather, no raining. In Dubai, there is no raining these days because of summer. It's very hot, desert climate, so no more raining here in the summer season. Let's see the latest news. Let's see the latest news from BBC Urdu. Iran says it's ready for the defense. The foreign minister of Iran Abbas Arakchi just talked to the Asim Munir, Chief of Defense Forces of Pakistan. So both the parties, they want actually peace, but due to some political reasons they are just attacking each other, which is really very bad, very very bad. Anyway, let's see some international news and local news from Dubai. In Dubai, Khalij Times, Iran Foreign Minister warned against further US military adventurism. Iran Foreign Minister warns against further US military adventurism in phone call with Pakistan, because Pakistan is negotiating the peace efforts between Iran and the USA, but still it is the long-lasting peace is still not yet achieved. Anyway, the world is doing their best to get the peace in the world as soon as possible. Israel says ready to attack Iran for third time if necessary. Israel always wants to destroy the Muslim countries, to destroy the Iran, but Israel's defense minister Katz on Thursday said his country was prepared to resume its military campaign against Iran if needed. The latest remark came as new fighting erupted between the US and Iran, raising fears of a return to full-scale war after an April ceasefire and a June US-Iran agreement. Very bad. Iran warns against further US military adventurism. Iranian Foreign Minister warned against any further US military adventurism on Thursday after condemning US attacks on Iran as a violation of the Islamabad Memorandum in a phone call with Pakistan's army chief. No major damage from dozens of missiles drones fired by Iran, US official. Dozens of missiles and drones are fired by Iran caused no damage or injuries to American personnel, a US defense official said. The Iranian missiles and drones were intercepted or failed to cause major damage. The world knows, the Iran knows they don't have the technology. They don't have the power, air force power, air power, naval power, but only they are arrogant on the Strait of Hormuz, which is nonsense. This is really nonsense. They are arrogant with the passage of Strait of Hormuz, which is gifted by nature to the region, and the region should use it for the positive reasons, for the positive purpose, for the benefit of the humanity, for benefit of the world. But Iranian people, Iranian hardliners, they are just nonsense and stupid. They are just damaging by their actions the world economy, the Middle East, and also themselves. They don't know anything about the world, about the politics. They are just arrogant. So what's the next news? Next news is Hormuz traffic slumps as US-Iran trade strikes. Traffic through the Strait of Hormuz has fallen sharply since Wednesday, especially through the UN-backed Omani route, after vessels were attacked earlier this week and as the US and Iran traded renewed strikes. Flows through the strategic waterway reached their highest level since the start of the war, after a truce was agreed between the two sides in mid-June. However, the recovery appears to have stalled. Just 6 commodity tankers have crossed so far. The only day with less traffic since the US-Iran truce was on June 20th. Body of slain Iranian Supreme Leader approaches shrine for burial. Finally, the Supreme Leader of Iranian body is now ready for burial. The funeral procession of Iran's slain Supreme Leader Khamenei approached the country's holiest shrine for his burial on Thursday in an enormous crowd. As a week of funeral events reaches its culmination, Khamenei's son and successor Mujtaba is still hidden from public view after being disfigured in the strike that killed his father. Khamenei's body was carried by truck slowly through the crammed Mashhad streets towards the Gilt Dome. So finally the body is there for burial. Next news is Iran discussed Hormuz Strait with Oman and Turkey. Iranian Foreign Ministry held separate phone calls with his Omani and Turkish counterpart and discussed latest development in the region, particularly in Strait of Hormuz. What next? Iran says fired 10 ballistic missiles on Jordan's Azraq military base. Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed held phone call with Qatar Prime Minister. Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, held a phone call with Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdurrahman bin Jassim Thani, Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the State of Qatar. During the call, they discussed overall regional developments and strongly condemned the targeting of the Qatari tanker while it was transiting near Strait of Hormuz, as well as the continued Iranian attacks targeting commercial vessels in the strait. Next is Iran says the US attacks disrupt reopening of Strait of Hormuz. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Navy said on Thursday that US attacks on Iran and intervention in redirecting shipping through the Strait of Hormuz were disrupting the strategic waterways gradual reopening and jeopardizing the interest of countries benefiting from it. The guards added that transit capacity under Iran's supervision had recovered to about 50% of pre-war levels. The next is UAE strongly condemned renewed hostile attacks by Iran on Bahrain and Kuwait. The United Arab Emirates has condemned in the strongest terms the renewed hostile attacks by Iran that targeted the Kingdom of Bahrain and the State of Kuwait with missiles and drones. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs affirmed that these hostile attacks constitute a flagrant violation of the sovereignty of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the State of Kuwait. Jordan says 8 missiles intercepted. US Embassy in Jordan issue alert. Jordan says siren sound after missiles. Iran says US projectile hit area around Bushehr nuclear plant. Iraq will not leave OPEC. Prime Minister. Fighter jet escorted Khamenei coffin to final burial in Mashhad. At least one fighter jet escorted the plane carrying late Iranian leader Khamenei to his final burial in the eastern holy city of Mashhad. Khamenei's coffin, alongside those of family members killed in US-Israeli strikes in February that began the Middle East war, were transported from Iraq war where massive crowds attended. Iran state news says US strikes hit rail bridge. One injured in Kuwait after interceptions. Kuwait says intercepted 4 missiles. UAE President arrives in Kuwait. UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan arrived in Kuwait today on a fraternal visit. Kuwait's Amir Sheikh Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah welcomed Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and his accompanying delegation upon their arrival at the Amiri airport. The visit comes amid high regional tensions in the region and new flare-ups in the US-Iran conflict. Sirens sound again in Bahrain. Iran summons British and war. US-Iran should commit to diplomacy, Qatar Prime Minister. So we are really feeling very nice, very good here in Dubai Creek. The windy weather is really feeling cool. Today is 9th of July 2026, Thursday, and the windy weather is, we are really enjoying. We are really having very nice windy weather. So Qatari Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdurrahman Al Thani told Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi in a phone call today that Iran and the US should commit to diplomacy. 14 killed in 2 days of US airstrikes in Iran. Iran to blame for US attacks, French Minister. Bahrain says thwarted Iranian attacks. So these are the Middle East news. Let's see next. Any news? Sharjah police arrest 2 for reckless driving. There is some news latest from Etihad Rail. that Etihad Rail passengers get up to 25% off on Fujairah hotels. Full list of offers. Etihad Rail is really very good for the economy of UAE, for the passenger traffic, for the people living in UAE. Dubai's Palm monorail services resume after 6 months. Watch newlyweds turn Indian train into honeymoon suites. Indian expat in Dubai wins draw, becomes homeowner. Wow. How Dubai student won global competition with AI tool helping. Dubai metro users. Morocco versus France. FIFA steers debate after picking all Argentinian referee. Okay, what's next? Azizi Development seeks 4,000 subcontractors. IIT Delhi, Abu Dhabi launched Al-Ibtikar with the UAE. So these are the local news. Let's see if there is on Dawn News. Dawn News is very credible newspaper in Pakistan. It always reporting about reality. So US forces struck over 170 Iranian targets in 2 days. CENTCOM. Central Command has issued a statement that US forces struck over 170 Iranian targets. US-Iran trade strikes for a second day in fight over Strait of Hormuz. What next for the Gulf? Let's see the editorial. What next for the Gulf? In Gulf there is Oman, UAE, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and on the other side is Iran. The United States Zionist war of aggression on Iran has been partially halted by a MOU given the rising cost exchange ratio because of Iran's response. US President Trump was looking for a deal. He admitted to the media at the G7 summit that he did not want to be the late, great Herbert Hoover, the president historically blamed for the onset of the Great Depression. Trump also made plain that continuing the war meant global recession. He started a wrong war, but he is right about ending it. The blockade of the Strait of Hormuz nearly paralyzed a massive ecosystem of oil and gas and petroleum derivatives and byproducts. Food security was affected because fertilizers strangulation hit farming sectors in the region and beyond at several critical pressure points. The blockade bottlenecked shipping lanes for vital agricultural commodities. Prices were skyrocketing. The global agri-food system was being threatened to a point where the UN Food and Agriculture Organization warned a catastrophe. Polls in the US showed the war was deeply unpopular. Trump's rating have plummeted. With the Congress up for grabs, the war with Iran was becoming a highly toxic liability for the Republican Party ahead of the November elections. So this is the long editorial. The next editorial is return to hostilities in the Gulf suits no one except the eternal warmongers in Israel. This is the reality. So Gulf flare-up. This is the reality that is the fragile US-Iran ceasefire and the MOU that underpins it collapsing. Unless deconfliction measures kicks in and both sides show restraint, a return to wider hostilities seems very likely. The latest round of violence was sparked by suspected Iranian attacks on vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. The ships were apparently targeted because they were not following routes designated by Tehran. The US retaliated by attacking Iranian facilities early on Wednesday, prompting Tehran to hit sites in Kuwait and Bahrain that it claimed were US facilities. But what has raised eyebrows is US President Trump's comment that the MOU with Iran is over and talks with the Islamic Republic were a waste of time. It should be remembered that Mr. Trump earlier scuttled the Iran nuclear deal during his first presidency. Therefore, his threats cannot be taken lightly. But while using unparliamentary language to describe the Iranians, the US leader paradoxically also left the door open for dialogue. A return to the hostilities suits no one, except perhaps the eternal warmongers in Israel. Both sides need to climb down and prevent the cycle of violence from escalating. The next few days will be critical to see whether or not the MOU and the ceasefire are able to survive. Iran must ensure free movement through Hormuz, as choking the strait will effectively throttle the global economy. For its part, the US must dial down its rhetoric and let diplomacy continue. Mr. Trump's bombastic threats do little to help the peace process and, in fact, validate the position of hardliners within the Iranian ruling setup who have long said that America cannot be trusted. Moreover, the world knows that Israel is not happy with the prospects of US-Iran peace and will do, and perhaps is already doing, all possible to thwart efforts in this direction. Both sides must be wary of Tel Aviv's destructive capabilities. The US should consider reinstating the waiver granted to Iran in the MOU allowing it to sell its oil. The waiver was cancelled as the latest round of hostilities resumed. Moreover, Israel's continuing attacks on Lebanon must stop. The Iranians have cited the violence in the Arab state as a threat to peace process. Israel don't want to stop the war. Israel don't want the peace. They don't want to destroy the Iran. They don't want to destroy the Muslims. So Iran should be Turkey, please. Wow, Iran, Turkey. I love Turkey. Turkey is here. You can see the Turkey flag, China flag in my T-shirt. I love Turkey, Istanbul, the beautiful city in the world, the city of cats. I want to visit as soon as possible. Turkey and Pakistan are brothers. Recently, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was in Turkey to meet with President Erdogan. So I'm really thankful to you, Irhan, for joining our live. Turkey is our brother, our friend, and Turkey is also leading the having the leading role here in the Middle East. And Turkey is the best country, the best beautiful country of Istanbul, which joins the Asia and Europe. So I want to visit Turkey as soon as possible. It's my dream to visit Istanbul, the beautiful city in the world, the city of cats. You know, I am Mr. Kedi. My name is Mr. Kedi. Kedi means cat. In Turkey, cat. In Turkey, it's called Kedi to the cats. So that's why my name is Mr. Kedi, because I love cats. So I want to visit this city of cats. I want to meet the cats all around the Istanbul. I want to make videos, the beautiful city of Istanbul. I want to meet people with the Turkey people. So I am very happy to see someone joining us from Turkey, Irhan. Thank you very much for your comments. If you are there, please send me more comments. I am always waiting for your comments. Anyway, the next is workers' remittances hit record 41 billion in fiscal year. Pakistan, Croatia could utilize their locations to unlock enormous potential growth. Islamabad court convicts 3 in case of illegal funds transfer for Bahria town. GB's top court disqualifies PPU candidate for Western Europe record its hottest June, Western Europe. Cabinet committee denies gas utilities exemption from international accounting standards. So this is the Dawn news. Next is let's see the Gulf news. Gulf news is also the official newspaper of Dubai. Trump's Iran dilemma: war again or a flawed deal. Everyone is just predicting about Iran and US war. No one is happy with the restarting of war. We pray, we wish the peace in the world, in the Middle East. We are here in Dubai and we are not happy with war starting again. So US strike targets Bushehr nuclear plant perimeter. Iran's golden weapon, the story behind tanker attacks. Hormuz will reopen only under Iran's terms. Calibas. Iran wants Hormuz open on its terms. US wants its own terms. So it's the war on the Hormuz. US-Iran war, what UAE residents need to know today. IRGC aerospace sites in the Bushehr up in flames. UAE condemn Iran's renewed attacks on Bahrain and Kuwait. Nobody is happy with all this war situation in the Gulf and the Middle East. UAE Fatwa Council warns against social media fatwas. Nobody is allowed to give any fatwa on the social media. UAE has very clear rules and regulations for everything. UAE visa grace period ends today. From Dubai therapist to Malay Alam breakout star. Business Binance surpasses $1 billion in assets under management. Abu Dhabi girl crowned UAE Arab Reading Challenge champion. So let's see this news. This is for us. US-Iran war reignites and what UAE residents need to know this morning, July 9. A fragile ceasefire between the US and Iran appeared to collapse Thursday after Washington launched its target's largest military operation since the truce, striking about 90 military and strategic targets across Iran while Tehran retaliated with missile and drone attacks. This has raised fresh fears of a broader regional war and renewed disruption to global energy supplies. Iran strikes, US counter-strikes. The latest wave of US strikes target facilities linked to Iran's Islamic Republic, including an aerospace site in Bushehr, port infrastructure in Chabahar, transportation links in Golestan province, and facilities near Iran Shahr airport in southeastern Iran, according to US officials and regional reports. If it followed attacks on the three commercial vessels, the Marshall Islands flagged, blah blah blah. Iranian media reported that a firefighter was killed after Iran Shahr airport operations, building and meteorological station were damaged. Iran responded by launching missiles and drones towards US military facilities in Kuwait and Bahrain, prompting air raids, sirens, interceptions by Gulf air defenses, and heightened security across the region. Bahrain and Kuwait acknowledged hostile aerial threats, while Qatar also briefly activated precautionary measures amid fears conflict could spread further. The US Central Command said the operation hit approximately 90 targets, including missile launchers, drone infrastructure, command centers, coastal surveillance systems, anti-ship capabilities, and logistics hubs that Washington says Iran has used to threaten commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Trump warned Tehran that additional attacks on shipping or US forces would trigger even stronger military action. Iran chief negotiator said the Strait of Hormuz would reopen only under Iranian arrangements, signaling Tehran intends to maintain leverage over one of the world's most strategically important energy choke points despite international pressure to restore unrestricted navigation. Energy markets responded with fresh gains as traders priced in the risk of a prolonged disruption of Gulf shipping. Analysts warned that any sustained restrictions through Hormuz, which carries roughly one-fifth of global traded oil, could tighten supplies and increase inflationary pressures worldwide. Among the most notable developments was the US strike on Chabahar, Iran's only ocean-facing commercial port and a strategically important logistics hub outside the Persian Gulf. The attack marked the first strike there since the ceasefire took effect, underscoring Washington's shift toward targeting infrastructure that could support Iran's maritime operations. So what next? Regional reports said an IRGC aerospace force installation in Bushehr caught fire following the US strikes. Bushehr sits along Iran's southern coast, overlooking the Persian Gulf, and hosts military assets viewed by Washington as critical to Iran's missile and drone operations. Shipping remains at the center of the conflict. The renewed fighting follows attacks on commercial vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz that Washington blamed on Iran. The US says its latest operation is intended to reduce Iran's ability to threaten international shipping, while Iran argues it is defending its sovereignty. Why it matters? The renewed exchange threatens to undo weeks of diplomatic efforts aimed at stabilizing the Gulf after a US brokered pause in hostilities. It also increases the risk that neighboring Gulf states already forced into intercept Iranian missiles and drones could become more deeply drawn into the conflict. With oil prices climbing, commercial shipping facing renewed danger, and military activities expanding across southern Iran and the Gulf, diplomats warn that the coming days could determine whether the confrontation remains limited or evolves into a broader regional war. So these are the sad news of today. There is chance of full-scale war if the world will not stop US and Iran at this time. Anyway, let's see. We can only pray, we can only wish for the peace in the world. But some people, some nonsense people, they want always war. Let's see the next news. Let's open our live here on TikTok so that we can have communication with our viewers on TikTok also, because TikTok is very fast, sending me fast viral all over Africa. So TikTok is really very nice, very interesting, very good platform. If you have very good, what you can say, content, you can get fast viral all over the world. As I have content about Africa, so I am really getting fast viral all over Africa. Africa is the best continent in the world. So TikTok is sending me very fast viral all over Africa. I'm really happy with my social media journey. I just started 6 months back and it's going very well. I have now 50,000 followers on TikTok. YouTube also crossing 2,000. So it's going well. I'm looking my future in the social media, full time, TikTok and YouTube. So let's see what will happen. I'm gonna open my live here on TikTok also. The TikTok live is very interesting, very interesting. Some people are just watching. They don't want to send any comments. They want to find some faults of Mr. KD. They want to find some mistakes of Mr. KD. Let them find whatever they want. I don't care. I don't care the nonsense comments of some people. I don't care the negative comments of some nonsense people. I am always moving forward. Of course, as a human being, I have to make mistakes. I have made a lot of mistakes, but I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm not going up. I'm not going back. I'm not giving up. I'm not going anywhere. I have to make social media my lifetime profession. I am done. I am now fully committed that social media is my career now, from now on. So I am on social media just 6 months. In 6 months, I have moved forward. I have a lot of followers from our brothers and friends from Africa, the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. I'm really very happy with. I'm really very happy with the support I'm getting from the Pearl of Africa. And my brother Bobby Wine is fighting for freedom, and we are also fighting for freedom. And we are supporting this fight for freedom against the dictator Museveni. The dictator Museveni is ruling the country for 40 years, and he don't want to go until he die. And he's gonna die very soon. He's gonna die very soon, and he will go to hell. We are waiting for Museveni to fall or die as soon as possible. So we are working hard. We are going hard. We are supporting each other. We are not giving up. We are never going back. We are not stopping anytime, anywhere. We are always, Pakistan is always with our brothers. Nala, Pakistan is always with our brothers of Uganda, East Africa, all Africa. Ahmed Nala, send me in the inbox. I'm now live on YouTube and TikTok together. Ahmed Nala is joining us from Malaysia, Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia. The Medan city of Indonesia, the fourth largest city in Indonesia. Thank you very much for Indonesia joining us. Rehan Anjum, Uncle Sunday. So I'm just 20 minutes away from closing my live on YouTube, and then we go non-stop music of TikTok, of Bobby Wine here on TikTok. But I want to play some song here for my community, which is waiting already for the Bobby Wine music. I want to play some song here. So just get ready. Get ready. We are gonna play now the music of Bobby Wine for TikTok Live. Tighten your seatbelts. Tighten your seatbelts. Because the non-stop music of Bobby Wine is on the way. The non-stop music of Bobby Wine is on the way. So we're just a little bit away from our TikTok live station because our viewers are enjoying the music of Bobby Wine. And we cannot play the music here on YouTube live because of the copyright violation. If we play any music here, the YouTube is sending very fast the notice of copyright violation. That's why we are a little bit away from our TikTok live station. We just play the music for our viewers and then just come back here. So let me know if you are watching from which country, from which city. If you have any information, if you want information, I'm here in Dubai. Dubai International. Today is 9th of July and the weather is really very cool. We are here at Dubai Creek and the windy weather is very, very good, very nice, feeling very good. We are enjoying this cool, good weather here in the month of July. This is really very good. This is really very, very nice. Ahmed Nala is here on YouTube. Ahmed Nala, welcome from Indonesia, from Medan city. Now I am reading my viewers. Today we have one viewer from Turkey also, and this one is coming from Indonesia, and we have also viewers from India and from Egypt. So we are really very happy that our viewers are joining us live from all over the world, from Africa, from Asia, from Middle East. So we want to say thank you to everybody. Let me know your comments, your questions, your feedback here in the comments. I'm always waiting for your feedback and your comments. You are always welcome. You are always most welcome. to Mr. KD live. Uh, as we are working hard to monetize our channel because of new rules of YouTube, there are so many restrictions, there are so many, what you can say, new rules. We are live from Dubai, and the new rules are demanding for the content creators facing camera and having commentary, the real person, and what is this? The real content. They don't want to allow anymore the AI content, the machine generating content without face, without commentary. They are blocking all the contents, all the channels. They have demonetized so many thousands of channels due to this new rules and regulations. So we have to work hard. We have to hit back hard on YouTube new rules and regulations. That's why we are making recording our videos for live, for watch hours, and we are gonna complete our target in next month, August. Hopefully, we will complete our target in August, and then we will start earning from YouTube also. YouTube is the best platform in the world, but it demands work hard in the start of your channel, in the start of your journey. And if you are working, if you are uploading, if you are uh, creating your content consistently, the YouTube will reward you huge after some time. That's why we are also working hard. Since last 1 year, I have made so many mistakes. Oh my God. We forget to open our mic once again. This is really bad. Sometimes I forget to open my mic because managing the two platforms, YouTube and TikTok together, is very difficult. Sometimes we forget to close the mic, sometimes we forget to open the mic. That's why I try to go live, finish my live first on YouTube. After that, I go live on TikTok. But due to lack of time, due to no time, we are managing sometime both together. I am recording at least 1 hour daily because no extra time, no more time due to job. I'm busy in my job, that's why I cannot manage daily. That's why I'm recording just 1 hour. So I have to record for today. Today is the 9th of July and we are enjoying here the outdoor weather in Dubai. Outdoor cool weather at Dubai Creek. It's really feeling very nice, very cool. So we are just more 5 minutes away from closing our live on YouTube. And then we have to enjoy the Bobby Wine's non-stop music on TikTok Live. 9th of July today and the weather this cool. Wow. Thank God we are really enjoying the nice weather, cool weather, windy weather here on Dubai Creek. Dubai Creek have enough vast open place for the tourists, for the visitors, for the social media influencers, for the beginners. So everyone can have their time, everyone can enjoy, everyone can have good things. So we are also getting uh, benefit from this open area, open spaces at Dubai Creek. And you know, when the wind is just blowing, it's touching with the creek waters, the ocean waters, then it brings the comfortable, very nice, what you can say, feelings. Comfortable and nice feelings because it becomes cool. The hot weather, when it touches the water, it becomes cool and it feels freshness. But in the daytime, it's really very, very hot, very humid. We have to manage the lighting issues also. Anyway, you can send me your comments here. Just more 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes. Otherwise, we are gonna close our live after 5 minutes. So I'm waiting for your comments. Some people are just watching from behind the curtains. They want to know. They want to know what Mr. Kedi is doing on live. They want to find my mistakes. They want to find my faults. I challenge everybody, do whatever you want. Mr. Kedi is no more afraid, no more shy, no more giving up, no more going back, no more stopping my social media journey. I'm not going to stop my social media journey anymore. So our single uncle, baby wa mummy, Majidu, Haji Nazirullah. People just enjoyed the Bobby Wine music and we are going to play the non-stop music of Bobby Wine after 4 minutes. Give me just 4 minutes please. Then I'm gonna play because the weather is very cool, very nice now. Very, very nice here in Dubai Creek. We are enjoying our weather, our cool weather. On the day it was really very hot. On the day it was really very humid. But now everything is very nice, very good, very fine. Let's see if there is any other news from Turkish news. Daily Sabah, latest breaking news from Turkey, Istanbul. So, this is the Daily Sabah. The latest news from Turkey is Poland sees Turkey as major NATO ally on southeastern flanks, lauds its role. Turkey exports to Africa jump 12%. Turkish Defense Ministry welcomes Trump's Katsa remarks. Erdogan holds talks with Balkan leaders on NATO summit sidelines. Wow. So, Turkey confirms 219 terrorists surrendered since PKK began dissolution. Let's see this news. Erdogan holds talks. Just more 3 minutes, then we close our live and go non-stop. Alex, welcome. JMS, Robin, everybody welcome. Just give me more 3 minutes. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So the Recep Tayyip Erdogan held a series of bilateral meetings with Balkan leaders on Thursday on sidelines of NATO summit in Ankara, focusing on defense cooperation, regional stability, trade and Europe's security architecture. Erdogan met Albanian Prime Minister, Slovak President, Montenegrin Prime Minister Spajic during the second day of 36th NATO Heads of State and Government Summit. According to the Directorate of Communication, Erdogan and Rama discussed bilateral ties and regional issues as NATO leaders gathered in the Turkish capital for alliance talks. The meeting at the presidential complex was attended by Foreign Minister Hakan, National Defense Minister, National Intelligence Organization Director Ibrahim Kalim, AK Party, and. The Ankara gathering marks the second NATO summit hosted by Turkey after the Alliance 2004 summit in Istanbul. The meeting has also served as a platform for bilateral talks between allied and partner countries on political, security, and economic cooperation. During his meeting with Slovak President Erdogan said strengthening NATO's European pillar remains important and stressed that European Union defense initiatives should complement the alliance. According to the Directorate, the two leaders also discussed expanding cooperation in trade, investment, energy, transportation. Erdogan reaffirmed Turkey's efforts to support diplomatic solutions to the war in Ukraine and Iran, while emphasizing Ankara's continued push to help end the humanitarian crisis in Gaza and promote regional stability. In talks with Spajic, Erdogan and said Turkey was committed to further deepening bilateral cooperation, particularly in trade, investment, tourism, the defense industry, and security. Erdogan also welcomed the role of the Balkan Peace Platform launched under Turkey initiative, describing it as an important mechanism for addressing issues including border security, energy, and transportation across the region. He said that he expected the platform to contribute to lasting peace, stability, and prosperity in the Balkans. Turkey, which joined NATO in 1952, used the Ankara summit to reinforce its role within the alliance while advancing bilateral ties with regional partners through a series of high-level diplomatic engagements. So finally, the time has arrived to close our live on YouTube and go non-stop music of Bobby Wine on TikTok. Let's close our live here on YouTube. Thank you very much for people joining on YouTube. Now is the time for non-stop music of Bobby Wine. Now is the time for non-stop music of